I know you have been looking at my classes on Facebook and on Instagram, and you're saying, I would really love to do that one day. And I know that you're thinking you're supposed to look a certain way. You're supposed to already come feeling a certain way about yourself. You're supposed to be a certain weight. And I am here to debunk all of it. I am Luna Sirene, your Neo Burlesque performer, producer, and coach. I coach my community with their confidence. I coach women of color with using burlesque as a healing modality. While you're here, subscribe to my channel so you can see more of moi and me speak about you getting into burlesque as either a healing modality, as a practice, or even as a performer. Hey, all right. So today we're talking about you getting into burlesque. What does that look like? What is burlesque? So burlesque is a true art form, the art of the striptease. So whether that's you getting out, you're connecting with your audience, you having on these pretty shimmery gloves, whether you have on a gown, whether you have on a robe, whatever. It's the art of the striptease. How are you connecting with your audience? More so, how are you connecting with yourself? The key elements of getting into burlesque. For one, we want you to figure out what is your niche. What is it that you want to present? Is it vintage? Is it classic? Is it neo burlesque, which is more of a free form? Is it nerdlesque? There are boylesque. There's literally many different genres of burlesque that you can get into. So you need to research what kind of burlesque you want to offer. And you do not have to stick to one thing, okay? Now, the second point that I would make if you like to get into the world and the creative arts of burlesque is to choose your name. So I want you to have some fun. Take this moment, think about what your burlesque name would be. My name is Luna Sirene. My team, I have Celestial Body. Shout out to my girl. I have Nasha Moore. See, Stormy Monet. So you get the gist of it. So you choose your first and your last name. My mentor, shout out to her, Bella Blue. I love you endlessly. You can use a fragrance, you could use a flower, you could use colors, whatever. Just give me a first and last name, okay? You also want to make sure that after you choose your name, you go research to see if there is anybody else that's using the same name. And if they are, no matter how much you love it, you need to change it, okay? Because whether you choose to use it as a practice, and even when you start practicing, you never know. You may choose to perform one day. And if you do, you don't want anybody to mistake you for the other person that has the same name as you. Or you don't want to be on the same show as somebody and y'all got the same name. So, anyway, make sure that after you choose your name, your first and your last name, you go research to see if anybody else has it, okay? Now, the second step when you're getting into burlesque is to study. Even if you don't like school, I understand, I get it. But when I say study, I mean finding you a few burlesque artists that you look up to. Not that you're trying to steal from them, but it's okay to draw inspiration from people. We all do it. Also, when you're studying, that means going to different classes. So you may find a person who's offering virtual classes and then actually going to burlesque classes. There are many different types. You may find somebody who's doing traditional burlesque foundational movements where they're doing the bumps and the grinds and all of that. You may find somebody who's doing the art of the tease and how to take off your glove, doing glove peels, taking off your stockings, taking off your shoes, taking off your gown, twirling with fans, twirling with boas, however you see fit for your burlesque persona, that's what you need to start studying. Another form of studying is to actually go and participate in some burlesque shows. So you go to a few, you seek out some in your community, check them out. And I do recommend that you go to more than one burlesque show because each producer has their own creative mind. And I can guarantee you, no burlesque show is going to be the same as another. So make sure that you're choosing a variety of experiences for yourself so you can see what works, what doesn't. Boom. You've done your virtual class. you've gone to a few workshops in the community, and you've started to go to burlesque shows, and you've seen different varieties. You've seen the different positions in a burlesque show to make it run. You need a host, you need a bartender, you need a kitten, you need a producer, you need performers. You get what I'm saying? Network. Start asking questions. Start connecting with the producers. Not to be a creep or a weirdo and like, oh, I want to connect to this person just because they do that. No, really connect with the community that aligns with your spirit and your energy. Okay. Build a relationship genuinely. And you never know, you may come across somebody who needs a kitten next month. Is the absolute perfect start to getting into burlesque. You know, you can dress up. You don't necessarily have to strip or anything unless that's what y'all want to do. It's about connecting and it's about having fun. I'm going to touch briefly on developing your burlesque self. There'll be a second video for that because I want to go more into detail about it. You've chosen your name, you've gone and you've drawn inspiration from people, okay? You've gone to shows and you've gone to classes. You need to start building your personal burlesque catalog. What does that look like? Choose maybe 5 to 10 songs and you're going to play them back to back to see what connects with you the most. What song do I have on my playlist that I don't mind getting up and performing in front of people? You know what I'm saying? And I know Friday night when you're getting ready to go out and hang with your girls, you got your playlist that you put on, and that song, that one song that you get in the mirror and you like, hey, like if I could do this or if I was confident enough to bring this up out, what is that song? Okay. After you've chosen your name and your music, I like to incorporate storytelling in my burlesque performances and my acts and my pieces. Connect your persona and your music and your name and your costuming. Make sure that it all makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that it mesh well together. So I have one more thing to say, but I'm not going to go too deep into it because again, I'm going to make a whole separate video about developing your act and developing your character and things. After you do your music, after you do your storyline, after you start piecing together your costumes and stuff like that, start taking pictures of yourself. Start getting in the mirror, saying affirmations to yourself, especially if there's something that you're having a hard time with. Like when you look in the mirror, you don't like what you see. What is it that you don't like? Turn those weaknesses into your strengths and start taking pictures and videos of yourself. In hindsight, even if you've never practiced burlesque, when it's time for you to submit yourself to your community in the form of a practice or a show, you'll already have minimal content from the beginning. It's also good to have that because you will see how far you've come at some point down the line. Just get started today. All right. So if you like the video for me, and I'll see you in the next one.